Hello.
Hello.
Oh, eh? And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to the stream of Bleep This, Bleep We're Out. If one of our players could now, for a moment, please enlighten me as to what they think happened last session. Aaron, what do you think happened last session?
We fished up a mimic.
That's right. That's 1 point for you. Justin, what do you think happened last session?
Giggity.
I absolutely got fucked last session. That's basically what happened.
That seems to be a case for you. I mean, you are the bard, so you do.
What's wrong with the fucking bard?
You do fuck as a bard.
I'm a bard. Wait, hold on. No, hold on. What? You know what? No, we'll talk about this after. Let's continue. Let's continue.
And what about you, Dan? Can you think of anything that happened last session?
Well, someone got stuck to a chest because we had a tired GM. And I'm, I guess, below deck somewhere pretending that none of this is happening. I don't know.
Wow.
I have no idea.
You know what? Fine. Okay. Like, you know what? My next character I'm rolling is fucking evil paladin. Let's go with that.
What? I already called that.
Oh yeah, you did. Damn it.
And also, it seems to work out for them. They get what they want.
All right.
They're real good killer types. Well, everybody, roll initiative.
Well, I've already rolled, so
I don't have a token.
Am I below deck? I thought I'd come up deck.
So, what did you call me, Justin?
I didn't mean to. I was trying to fix something.
You wanted a 1-on-1 session?
No, I was trying to fix your volume on Discord.
No.
You were a little high on my side. That's why I was trying to fix, and I actually hit the call.
I think it's much better today.
Yeah.
No echoing and all that stuff.
Well, he's using the other computer. That's why.
Preston, why are you in the high seas?
Because I'm below decks, I guess.
Oh yeah, I already have to just remove that. Oh no. That's another double ganger. But you're down here. You can keep your initiative if you want to.
If you like your initiative, you can keep your initiative.
Yeah, that's what I have to live by.
And that's the initiative insurance plan.
I did see that there was a below decks, like half a screen down.
Yeah, I missed that too.
Amateurs.
Okay.
Is there a middle deck too?
Nope. This is a small tip.
Might not be a very big deck, but you can do a lot with it. It's more about the motion of the ocean.
It's how you use it, I've heard.
Is there a third sexual innuendo already? Wow, we've just started. Congrats, guys.
Pierre, it seems it's your turn. You notice that Aruka's head is stuck to the chest. So far, that's what you've noticed.
What do I need to roll to figure out why it might be that way?
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
But you have been a con check.
Do I know it's a mimic?
You've heard about them before. It's a mimic.
Just shoot it.
With fireball? Oh,
Fireball.
Okay.
for 12 damage. And I'll move here.
It's always good to move away. Olgas, can you roll me a perception check?
Wait, who?
Hey. 18.
So you kind of focus on your hand on the chest, and therefore you notice that the black ichor that is on it kind of shifts and moves around a little bit and forms the word "ouch."
Okay. I will say at this moment, I don't care. I will make sure it says that word plenty more times as I gonna kill it when it's my turn. Waiting for it to be my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. Would he be able to give flanking?
No, I'm grappled.
No, nobody's grappled. No,
That's unfortunate.
you have to be a threatening opponent to flank.
I consider him threatening.
What did you just
Let's
do?
move like that. Bonus action, apply poison, and attack.
All right.
17. Great. Poison. Damage.
You want to smite it too?
No.
Damn
I'll keep my smite. Second attack. 15.
That also hits.
Great.
Now he'll smite it.
No. Not going to spend all my spell slots. No one important's in danger.
Okay, it has acid immunity. Damn it.
I'm just gonna be quiet right now.
These aft-mounted ballistae, I guess,
So that's 30.
provide the ship with a unique look.
Are we really talking about the look at this thing as my character is trying to be is almost being eaten by a mimic right now?
I've noticed it. I'm pointing it out. I'm just calling it how I see it.
Is
Whatever
it
the phrase
important
is.
at this moment though?
Yes.
No,
the
it's
funny
not.
thing is, if you should look at the name on the side of the ship and translate it from the Aquarian, it actually says Little Dicky.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Like after the rapper, of course.
Yes.
You guys
the rapper
really do
definitely
not
exists.
care about this fucking bard. I get it, okay?
It's Preston, your turn. You hear some kind of disturbance on the top deck.
Do I? Okay.
I mean, are you sleeping?
No, I think I was at the time mending holes, or maybe that was at some other time. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where I am at this point. So I'm just going to assume that I know generally what's going on and make my way. Well, that's 20 feet just to get there, which is up the stairs. So then another 10 feet. Yeah,
You see your friends stabbing at a treasure chest that is right now trying to spell out the words. Oh no, please stop. Hang on, guy. It tries to spell out.
Just kill it, please.
That's that's my second action. My dash action. Wait, hang on. I think I can dash as a bonus.
You can. You think so, at least, couldn't you? You have,
Are you a rogue?
You have to.
Hang on.
No, it's a weird, like, homebrew rogue fighter thing. But we get some stuff from rogue.
Yes, I can use the bonus action to take dash, disengage, or search action on my turn. Heck yeah. Alright, I'm gonna smack this thing with my greatsword.
That still hits.
Hey. Only 10 damage.
It's
hang on.
looking pretty rough.
I have an extra attack. I forgot about that. I could have just clicked X attack. That definitely hits.
Yeah, it
13
does.
damage.
Okay, it's really, really hurt.
Take that,
You
you
don't.
cursed chest.
And it's spelling out. Okay. Guys, stop. It says, guys, stop, please.
Is it my
Let's make a
turn?
deal.
Nope, it's my
It's-
turn. Nope, my turn. Nope, my turn. Can you please make me a DC 15 Constitution save? Actually, most of you, everyone has to. I'm pissed.
The
Is
ship
this
also has
shatter? Is that DC 15 con save?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, I made it.
I save.
Okay.
Oh no, it's only 10 foot.
Half as
Pierre's
much.
out of it. Pierre's out of it.
Half as much
Wait.
on
So
a successful
you-
save.
So 6 if you pass. 13 if you
Alright.
fail. 16 if you pass.
So what you see happens is that the chest shatters. The floorboard under it also, and the side of the ship also gets a few cracks.
Do not care.
The ship takes that amount of damage too. I had a token with the ship. Didn't I? Oh yeah, there. Good turn.
I look down at the hole. Well, let's leave it. At least it's not a fire. Or should I say I look up at the hole? Because we've all fallen through.
There was a fire here a minute ago.
I know there was.
Alright.
Not
I just
anymore.
finished patching the hole,
So-
so to speak.
No one's on fire around.
As it just shatters, the black ichor kind of writes out, and now my time has come.
If it starts trying to ride out, I cry. I step on his head and break it. Oh, I'm pissed. It's not getting a chance to say anything.
It's
If it's
Spriggles.
like, so you're saying the Icar is like forming and spelling letters, right?
it
This
can't.
is some weird eldritch shit, and I've dealt with weird eldritch shit. The proper way to do this is abandon ship, but since we cannot do that, I'm going to go get a bucket of water and just like start scrubbing this shit out.
Oh yeah, that's a cool thing. Just it's trying to take over the ship. That'll be cool.
Well, then that happened.
Make me a athletics check, Preston, to see if you can scrub out the black ichor on the ship. Yeah,
20.
you are like the consummate professional when it comes to taking care of a ship. So you get it removed off and scrunch up the other side.
Did the mimic leave anything behind? Any kind of loot?
It left behind a lot of emotional damage to its brothers and siblings.
Don't fucking care.
It had a very strange relationship with its father. You could have talked with it about, but
Nope. When it grappled me, talking
It's
was
a
over.
mimic. You don't converse with mimics. It's just
Well.
that's common sense.
I mean, can you blame a mimic for being hungry?
Yes.
But yes, the day is yours. What do you wish to do with it?
I'm fucking going downstairs and taking a nap. I don't.
Oh, he's still in pure back mode. Right. Yeah. You see a bunch of seagulls flying overhead.
Oh,
You're not-
seagulls.
You're very
Good
far
land.
out. What?
Seagulls means land.
Yep, that's why I said not.
Oh.
In your case, Pierre, you hear your father kind of cough in your head and say, "So, can't help but notice that that guy, C, was it? One of your friends?
Yep.
He has some kind of power. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, he's a paladin of some kind.
Oh, yeah. Like Uncle Derek?
Yeah, I think so. Different god, I believe.
All right, Derek. He worshipped. Oh, what was the barbarian god he always talked about that thing at Christmas? This is the Doran, right?
I don't know much about gods.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, if the gods don't give me money, and what do I care about them, right?
I actually don't know my 5e gods very well.
Pelor is evil, according to 4th edition. So I'm just kind of carrying that over to 5th edition.
Well, it's more of I don't know my the D&D gods. I know my Pathfinder gods.
They've kind
but-
of merged together for me, so I know some of others. They just kind of.
It's like the Roman and the Greek gods. They're close enough. You're like, wait, which one's in which pantheon?
The only major 5e god I know is Loth.
Bahamut?
It's kind of weird. I keep
Tiamat?
hearing those
Oh, I
voices
use
that
Bahamut.
there's some voices coming out of your mouth that aren't really your voices.
There's
Talking
Tiamat,
about,
Bahamut.
oh god, you're possessed.
Saloon is the goddess of the moon. I remember that.
I want to say Sanray, but I think that's actually Path.
That's
Pathfinder one. We just got distracted by deities. Let's get back to the game.
No, it wasn't Paladin powers I was thinking about. It was more like when he made the squid walk on water. It looked like he was falling down, but then the water kind of pushed him up again.
Who knows about that?
What?
Probably his god is weird.
Oh, maybe you should talk with him about it.
Why?
Well, Sonny, you really need to socialize more too. I mean, I'm kind of worried about your development over the years. I'm kind of worried about a lot of things now that I'm dead.
My development?
Yeah, I mean, you were a good kid, so what happened to you?
I'm in my 80s. So technically 40s for a human.
Yeah. My bad. Age is and perspective is. I mean, you know what you're saying. You can become a 100-year-old dwarf. You're still going to be a 10-year-old dwarf to your father.
Fine. I'm not going to talk to him though.
Is it that social anxiety again?
No, it's just that he has seems like a cultist nut job.
Well, you know, like some of our contacts, some of our business partners do talk like cultists, but they're not really cultists, right?
Fine. And I just walk up to Z. Oi, Z, where do you get your power from?
God.
Which one?
So he's a god of secrets. And he does not like me talking about him.
Roll a deception check, but with advantage, because that's good.
27. It's kind of half true.
So 27. He's telling the truth.
Fine.
Yeah, it's really hard to be a paladin for him because you have to find out about him, and he's got all these hipsters that follow him around. It's just the worst.
Okay, your god's god of secrets, and that gives you
Secret
and it
powers.
gives you your
yes.
powers or whatever.
Yeah, I get secret powers from the god of secrets.
Why did you jump into the well?
Oh, secret power god told me to.
So a
It
voice,
worked.
so a voice in your head told you to jump into the well.
I wouldn't quite say it that way, but that is accurate. Yes. You wouldn't understand. You don't hear voices. You don't commune with deities.
I do hear voices.
Oh,
But they're not deities.
but they're
And
not
it's not a
deities?
deity.
Of course. Do these voices tell you to hurt people?
No?
Okay, well that's good.
I mean, that's technically a lie. Your dad told you to use the axe on a person.
He tells me to stop using magic, and to use an axe instead.
That's
He also tells
I
you
don't-
to buy low and sell high, and spice is
I-
the only trade worth trading.
I'm not even entirely certain how to take that. So I'm gonna go with awesome. Secret voices, bros.
Does your voice tell you to kill things?
Usually, but that's what they have paladins for. They wanted me to heal things. I'd be a cleric.
What does it tell you to kill?
I mean, it varies. Usually, what's ever in the way. He told me apparently I'm gonna have a high value job here coming up, but he hasn't given me a target yet.
What kind of targets is it usually?
I don't know. Usually, it just tells me he's like, you should go kill that guy. That guy's scheming because he's a god of secrets. He knows secrets. So then I kill him, and he's like, good job. You kept that secret. He's a very strange god.
Did you join a cult?
Well, no. There is no specific organization that I joined that could be classified as a cult.
So you're just following the voice in your head that tells you things to do.
Yep. But the important distinction is my voice gives me powers. Does your voice give you powers?
Are you sure you're getting powers from your voice?
I have more powers than I did before the voice. The voice told me to jump in the well, and then I got powers from that. So, yes.
Yeah, it's those kind of powers I was wondering about. Ask into those kind of powers.
What about what powers did you get from the well?
I don't know. They're kind of vague and undefined. I asked who I got, and he said it was a secret, and then laughed and laughed and laughed. He thinks he's hilarious.
You hear that chuckle behind you, yeah, Evan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can just do what I normally do, but better. But not often.
Okay, Rosebeer just shrugs at that. Fine then. Okay, but if people go missing, we're blaming you first.
I mean, normally I would say that's fair. But have you seen the other people that we're on this boat with? I'd say I'm like a tier 3 category at best.
Who's tier 1?
The dwarf.
I'm
Or
the
not the
dwarf.
Not the dwarf. Oh, I can't remember. What race is Preston?
I'm a half orc.
Your picture's kind of hard to tell.
Preston seems like the most normal one of everyone.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. And yet, somehow we wound up on this boat. Did you see how he treated that one guy? Didn't he tie him to the front of the ship?
Oh, him. I forgot about
I'm
him.
just saying. Out of the four of us, the only one that didn't tie someone to the front of a ship as it was crashing is me.
Well, but to be fair, he did it before it was crashing, and he didn't know it would crash. So he did it as
Those are true statements.
he did it as a prank, it just had deadly consequences.
Unless
Also-
he's the one that caused the crash.
Also, in a distant far lab, in a land we don't seem to recognize, the camera pans over into a deep underground installation, and within it we see a vat of some kind of fluid, greenish liquid fluid, and inside we just see the bleached blonde hair, the abs, the very annoying goatee of Derek being reformed.
And then suddenly, divine retribution strikes down from the heavens through hundreds of meters of rock and smites him where he stands. I can do that too.
I feel like there's a target we should kill, but I can't place it.
You feel a disturbance in the force.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I kill, obviously, but I kill with reason. There's
Are you
always
sure
a
there's reasons?
There's always a purpose behind everything I've killed.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been told that purpose?
Yes.
Is that purpose because your god enjoys it?
No. He actually doesn't like killing necessarily. He's all about secrets. So he'll be like, this guy has a secret on you. You should take him out. And then I'll talk to him and verify and all that jazz. He actually kind of wishes I was a little more zealous in following his commands. But what are you going to do? God of Secrets, he can't really recruit that many people. He's stuck with what he's got. I love how I'm totally just BSing this whole pantheon. It's great.
I mean, you pretty much locked it in with the deception that it was a god of secrets, so.
To be fair, for being the god of secrets and like how you're not supposed to talk about him because he's the god of secrets and he doesn't like being talked about, you've spoken an awful lot about him.
No, he doesn't like his name being told. That's the secret.
Is this an actual god or some kind of demon or other worldly abomination?
I'm pretty sure he's a god. I mean, he has paladins. So, but then again, I never really was too religious.
Wolf has paladins.
See, and that's where I kind of get confused. Because it's supposed to be the gods that have paladins, but Lolth is a demon, but then didn't she used to be a god? And And then Bahamut's a dragon, but he has paladins, but he's also a god. I don't know. He has paladins, he's got clerics. He probably has cultists, maybe some
Have you
wizards,
met
warlocks.
any of
I don't
these
know.
paladins and clerics besides yourself?
I think I've run into a couple of followers of his, but
For something check.
deception.
Yeah.
I probably have
You wouldn't know because, secrets.
20.
Okay, I'll roll my insight again.
Seems like the truth.
They are just drugs. Okay, I think that's enough of that. I don't really care all that much anyways.
Okay. Z lay on hands of heal the damage he took from Shatter.
That's cool. So, son, do you really need to teach you the negotiation and trading methods again?
Why? I don't actually care about his god or power or whatever.
Well, you didn't gain information out of him regarding to whatever power he picked up at the well. You didn't
Well,
let
he
him,
doesn't know anything about it.
Sonny. Does a man really strike you as something who will just trust that blindly? Also, like, wasn't there like that room you were in that talked a bit more about the power in itself?
I just can't really remember. Wasn't paying attention.
Not like we can go back anyway. There's the disembodied voice that doesn't actually know what's going on inside of Pierre's head.
But your father kind of makes you roll me a will save.
Okay.
Would that be wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. Alright, so you kind of get the sense that he's trying to show you a memory of like what happened, so you can go over it again. But he had to force it in, so you can resist that. And just okay, Sonny. It was kind of hard to explain what I could do. So like, just relax, relax your mind. Let me show you what you've experienced before.
Fine. Why do you even care so much about this whole thing?
'Cause it's power, son.
You only ever cared about the spice trade. Who are you?
I was about to say.
Because money, Sonny, money is power, and power is money. With more power, we could become more. We can take the spice straight here, interplanetary. Planetary, sorry.
I don't think you're my grandfather. You're speaking odd things. You always only cared about the spice trade and hitting things with your axe. Not anything about some magical stuff. Who are you?
I mean, I'm your father. You can roll insight check.
We could be great, If only you had jumped into that well. Says Preston behind him. It's you were expecting your father, but it's me, Presti.
Also roll me an Arcana check. Or religion, actually. If you have it trained. I don't know if you do.
5e skills aren't trained or not.
Oh, yeah.
You just,
No, you are proficient or not.
yeah,
Well, yeah, but there's
they
no,
don't
like,
have the whole thing
you-
where you can
you
roll
can't
any
use a
skill.
One thing you are for sure about, it is your father, and it goes inside of you. But you also get the sense that he goes on supposed to exist for very long. They're supposed to be here and then, do whatever purpose they serve and then leave. And you think that him staying here inside of you for this long is starting to change him. So his purpose is starting to become of that he no longer wants to move on. And it seems to be like a time-based thing, though, of like he's still in control, he's still your father, but you saw a seed of what is to come.
Well, I need to exercise this thing. I knew that already, but now I know it even more.
Could also just help your father move on. Yeah, that's what you kind of get the sense of, and that while his spirit right now is very, docile towards you, the longer he stays where he is and doesn't move on, the more hostile he will become as he begins to become angry, vengeful, and dark.
I think we should follow the Bob Ross exorcism method. I ready my sword.
I feel like we should use holy water.
Oh, I mean,
Boiled.
we have no shortage of water.
No, boil the hell out of it.
Mm.
Dwarf stew.
Exactly.
Preston, you notice that Sprinkles comes up towards you with a piece of the boat that's splintered in his mouth and puts it down next to you and then nudges it with its watery nose and looks expectantly at you.
Thanks. I guess. Who's in charge of this mobile piece of ocean?
I thought you were.
No?
No. Arokus?
Robespierre's the one who took it.
Okay, yeah, Pierre. I've already got a pet. You can have that one.
Pierre, come get your mobile piece of ocean.
Why? What's the problem?
It's eating my boat.
No. It took one of the already loose pieces.
Loose, but not
That's what you claim,
broken.
but he's not seen where that piece has come from.
Okay, roll insight check on Sprinkles.
I have no idea.
Now, it says here Sprinkles has a charisma of 8, but that's a lie. He actually has a charisma of 18 because he's a watery tube with super body fat. And he's so cute and cuddly. I think he's a modifier +5 to persuasion called Puppy Eyes. He looks so innocent to you. Sprinkles looks entirely innocent towards you.
We should probably keep the dog around. It's useful at least while we're on the ocean.
I continue fixing the ship. I assume that's what I've just been doing this entire time. Just fixing the hole in the ship.
Yep.
There's now several new holes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the day kind of passes, and it comes and goes. C, you regain 1 soul point.
Nice.
After this long rest. And Pierre, you spent some time playing fetch with Sprinkles because he keeps coming over with a stick with a piece of both towards you and hopes you throw it.
But where did the stick come from?
I also purify some water for drinking.
Oh, my neck. And after so the new day comes. The sun is rising in the horizon. You are still heading towards the Swatala Kingdom in the east. You check your course, Preston. It seems to be going fine.
Is that the same direction as the seagulls?
Yeah, sure.
There were no seagulls.
I thought there were.
It was a hallucination. Well, see, if there are seagulls, that means there's land.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You know, actually, you start to notice that there are some small rock outcroppings of like very small islands. Of like, you can see the entire island, and there's nothing on it except like a small vegetation. And hermit crabs that come up to lay their eggs there or something on the beachy shores, and that's what the seagulls are eating.
Teeny tiny hermit crabs.
It's like in that game that was released about the ocean, like Minecraft but in the ocean. The Raft.
I was about to say there are a couple of those. Like there's Raft, there's Sea of Thieves, which isn't really Minecraft but the ocean, but it is the ocean. There's what's it called? Blackwater?
That's Assassin's Creed.
Hmm?
Anyways,
No, that's Black Flag.
and then
No.
the morning turns to evening. It turns to midday. Turns to afternoon, and then the air. Preston, make a perception check. That's enough. You are, of course, you are very much an older sailor, so you know what the temperature shift and the wind pressure shift means. You're heading towards an epic storm.
I feel like I would have seen an epic storm.
Yeah, you see it in the horizon, and it's due east. So the distance here is still relatively large.
So what you're
But
saying is
it, it's not.
what you're saying is I'd seen the storm, realized that it was wide enough that I couldn't just sail around it, and it was in the way, so I decided to just try and sail through it.
No, you're still a ways away from it, but you can start to see like the skies are forming and it's. You don't know how huge the storm is going to be, but you have some time to decide what to do.
Does it look like I could navigate around it?
I mean, you're on the sea, and you're mobile, so it's definitely possible you could find a way around it. But you don't know how much, of course, that will send you.
Mm. Actually, it would be well if I were slightly more intelligent than I am. Actually, no, my intelligence is 12. That's decent. I don't think it would be that difficult to keep a track of my course so long as I was precise in my steering. I knew how many degrees in whatever direction I was headed. Do I have a compass? I know I have a sextant.
6.
Well, you're not having sex right now, at least.
Ooh, that was close.
Okay. What was that?
I don't know.
The
Oh,
ocean.
so we're moving towards storms.
We're
Well,
trying to avoid moving towards storms, but
yeah, I was just thinking about if it would be possible to steer around and keep an eye on where we were headed. Or like what our heading was and stuff. So did you say I had a compass or no?
Yeah, sure. You have a compass.
Okay. Then
It's
Oh.
beginning to get bigger this time.
yeah, I'll take a look at the edge of the storm. Compare that to the compass. Figure out, how many degrees in whichever direction that would be. Take a note of that on my crudely drawn map. And then plot a course for going around the storm.
Okay, roll me that navigation check, which would be just a proficiency of your water vehicle proficiency.
Which attribute?
Wisdom. I think it was wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Got a 13. Twice. So it's extra lucky.
That's a 26 together.
I don't think that's how it works.
that'd be an interesting roll. Advantages add if you roll the same thing on both dice, it adds together.
That's why they're called advantages.
Exactly.
Okay, so with a 13, which isn't
Oh, and then disadvantages. If you roll the same thing on both, you get 0.
Oh.
Double 20s, 0.
That would actually be a interesting home rule.
Yeah, well, especially when you roll double 20s.
so you start to move the ship to go around the storm. The storm is getting bigger.
Fuck this storm, I'm out.
What are you else going to do to try and avoid the storm?
Well, at the risk of sounding cliche, we would have to batten down the hatches. All non-important personnel should remain below decks for the duration of the storm.
What's the effect that the storm is going to have?
There's only 4 of us.
Basically, don't stay above decks if you're A, not steering the ship, B, not contributing to the maintenance of the ship and like the sails and stuff, or C, if you're not what's the word? Confident in your ability to stand on a ship and not get blown off. I think at this point the best course of action would be to raise the sails, because storms bring chaotic winds, and chaotic winds in full sail means that your mast is going to break, and you don't want that to happen in the middle of the ocean. So if someone can go and raise the sails, tie them up all nice. If not, then someone that's sure of their strength can hold on to the wheel to try and keep our heading, and I'll do that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's some good orders if you give them.
I do give them.
Which one of you wants to try and follow suit? with those orders.
Can I disrupt the storm with fireball?
I mean, you can certainly try.
So I know we can't heal the ship. Would we be able to give it temporary hit points?
By like adding wood onto like
No,
okay
that-
areas.
Magic protection.
I don't think mage armor would work on it, but like maybe if you had an AoE barrier of some kind.
I actually have something like that. My protective ward, and I can gift it to other people.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Heroism probably wouldn't work then. Yeah, I'm going to help take down the sails.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
To take down the sails?
It's not taking down, it's the sails are fixed at the top and you have to hoist ropes or pull ropes in order to actually lift them up, and then someone has to go up there and actually tie rope around them to make sure that they don't come undone.
Okay, then I'll go up and tie rope around.
Okay, that's still an athletics check to climb up the mast. Oh wait, no, there's railing to it. You climb up the mast. So you're gonna have the Pierre roll the strength check,
Okay.
or is Preston going to go away from the steering wheel?
If someone is able to take over here, keeping our heading, I will gladly hoist. Or
I
pull
can
lines and stuff.
attempt to roll strength check.
I think, like, I think if you're not confident in your strength that much, you should hold on to the steering wheel.
I have a +1.
I'm going to position him in front of the steering wheel. I'm going to set his hands firmly and then be like, "You're a dwarf. You have to have some kind
The
of
stone is gotten
sturdiness
bigger.
in there somewhere. Dig it up, or else we're gonna sink." And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab the lines that contribute to the sail and pull them up. Oh, we were very close. I didn't notice that we were actually moving.
I mean, both moved
He's
you.
been adding more clouds.
No! Shit.
I've seen the clouds getting added.
Undo. No. Okay, I can just go into the map layer. Right, I should just go into. I accidentally added the ship to the map layer.
Well,
No,
you
it's
can
over
write.
there.
It's,
Yeah. I did it.
So should I roll strength to?
Yep.
I've been
Yeah.
trying to. Oh gosh, I've been
You
trying
want
to
me to
I would also,
avoid like
say that you have
lingo.
you have advantage in doing so because you're just so accustomed to doing it.
Oh, that's true. It's muscle memory.
what about me with preventing the wheel from moving at all?
Yeah. So you kind of,
I-
as the storm gets closer, the winds are picking up around you, like rain starts to hit you in the faces, and yeah, I mean you've been on boats before, to ensure that Twice gets there and making negotiations and all that stuff. But being behind the steering wheel, well, that's another thing.
So, what do you want me to roll? Strength again?
Yep, it's a strength check.
Yay!
But surprisingly, you've just grit your teeth and you keep that thing steady for now. So you move up a tick.
I'm humming a shanty to myself to get into the rhythm of hoisting the sails. I think the term is hoisting.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding lingo because I don't want to be wrong.
It's either hoist or foist. I don't know.
It's not
Um,
hoist. Foist is
See,
something
a
else.
wave hits the side of the ship from the storm, and it kind of threatens to knock you off. Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can hold on, or actually strength saving throw to hold on or an acrobatics check to see if you can catch something on the way down.
So it was dexterity or strength, or you decided on-
Strength to hold on, or an acrobatics check to see if you can, or dexterity thing to see if you can catch something on the way down.
Hang
Well,
on, do you have legs or a snake body?
I look human.
Okay, so you got legs. If you had a snake body, you'd be able to coil yourself around and.
Imagine if I had like a snake body, I wouldn't be able to hide it from you guys this long. Like, wait a minute. Old Chicken Boo commercials for show. Let's go. Let's go
like-
strength. 18.
Yes, hello, I am real boy. But you have a
And,
snake body. I am real man.
That's funny. The wave knocks into the ship, and you kind of you were standing on it, having just attached the sails to the mast, and you had hand around the rope, and the wave, you saw that you lose your footing, but you still held on to the rope, so you can just kind of like take your feet back up and again on the railing of the mast, and you're fine for now.
Nice.
So you're coming around the bend of the storm, and it's picking up much more further, much more energy. The storm, and you see lightning strikes in them, and just lots and lots of heavy rain. Also, you see two dark shapes in the clouds. Massive sized shapes. Almost cylindrical in one part, but then lightning flashes and you see it's humanoid shaped, but way too large.
What do I need to roll?
That would be an Arcana check. You have no idea.
I didn't get a good view of them.
Was this something that I would have potentially encountered on the high seas in the past to justify an Arcana check?
I'm gonna say you can actually roll me an intelligence. No, a history check.
It's more
All
high.
the same.
You think that's weird,
Big man.
but the funny thing is, in an alternative parallel universe, you know what it is, and you become a bit more afraid. But right now here, yes. Oh,
Big man.
Shut up.
Whatever.
shut up,
As long
puppets.
as they stay over there and we stay over here, I think we'll be fine. Probably.
Okay, so you're moving a bit more further ahead now, but you're also like losing a lot of speed. Or for now, while you're still on the side, you're losing speed because of the pull of the storm and the waves in there. But as soon as you can get around this bend over here, you will pick up speed again. You think?
Well, we have no sails.
Yeah. Also that.
So the point, the other point of
So right now, Henry, you need to make another strength check to see if you can hold the ship on course.
if the sails have been secured, then I'll return to the wheel.
Maribel is also pulling.
You can roll strength for Maribel also.
Let me see.
So, is it Preston who's rolling the strength check?
Well, it depends. Do you give the wheel over to Preston?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, then it's him. I'm betting Preston says something like, "Oh, move your damn ass." Right?
Let's see. I didn't have the things up, but Maribel still has the horse stats.
I mean, it is Maribel. With
Okay.
that,
Maribel has a +3, 17 strength. So strength check would be 14.
I'm gonna say that even with Maribel's help right now, the DC in my head was 18, so you're moving still a bit head further, but also the ship is getting pulled, or actually the ship is slightly turning a bit too early for your liking, person.
Yeah, no. So me lifting the sails basically it's an attempt to just wait out the storm. Um, only a fool would sail into a storm, and only a greater fool would try and sail through it without any form of like other propulsion besides sail. So like oars or modern day motors. Um, so yeah, I'm we're just sitting here and waiting it out. Everyone, heads below deck so that we don't get knocked off by a rogue wave. That kind of thing.
Aww.
You wouldn't want those rogue waves. They'll sneak attack you.
Yeah, I was about to say something along those lines.
Alright,
Yeah.
so see, since you're still on the top of the mast and you want to make your way down, it's getting very slick now. So, how do you get down? I'm asking.
Carefully.
Only a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 19.
You managed to get down. Kind of sad.
It's almost like you want us to die.
Wow. I want just something exciting to happen. So yeah, you make your way below deck. You can see Sprinkles just being up there enjoying the rain. And also you see Sprinkles get hit by lightning.
Someone should probably bring Sprinkles in.
I think Sprinkles can come in if it wants, but I think Sprinkles is most fine out of everyone.
Yeah, you see that Sprinkles has some bit of like blue lines running through him right now of latent potential energy. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1d100. On 75 and higher, the ship gets hit by one lightning strike. Or what's it? Dan, can you remember what chance was to get hit by lightning in the lightning storm?
From the Pathfinder game, I think it was 2%.
2%. So
It was really low. But it was
89.
like once every hour or 5 minutes or something.
Right, so it's 89%, 2% chance. So it just misses you. You hear that you can actually see out through the windows if ship has those on the side. Do they? You probably keep it closed, so you just hear like the noise and all the well chaotic energy of a storm like this, like waves crashing against the ship. Another lightning misses you just barely. Well, not barely. There's one seen farther away. Oh, this one was pretty close. But because I made the storm into the map, so I can't move it. So I'm just gonna move the ship. But you are stationary for now.
Yes. Can I choose
Well,
what kind
we're
of
at the
fish,
mercy
right?
of the seas, unfortunately.
I want to be a
what?
sheep protector.
And a lightning strike misses you. Another one misses. Or not misses, it just doesn't hit.
We dodged the lightning.
Yeah, I was actually part of one to there's also all the waves. I should probably look into controlled water because it has does have a functionality for did it as in Critical Role it at least had a mechanic for knocking over a ship.
You want to capsize our ship?
I know that was a particular spell.
Yeah, I thought it was Control Water they used.
Control Water is a lowish level spell, I
You
believe.
can just
Oh,
roll a d100 to see if it capsizes or not.
No, that's fourth level.
Here it says any huge or smaller vehicle in the wave's path are carried with it to the other side. Any huge or
Yeah.
smaller vehicle struck by the wave have a 25%
25%.
chance of capsizing.
I'm pretty sure a vehicle's larger than huge.
Well, I think it's huge on the vehicle scale,
Oh.
not on the humanoid scale.
Hush. Yeah, you're
So-
probably right.
I'm gonna say that's a 1% chance. Just to be kind of fair. Ooh, does anybody else want to roll D100 just for fun?
No, you seem to be pretty good at not rolling that one.
And the storm continues to move away. Well, you're all below deck, so you can't really see what's happening up in the clouds about it. Ooh, so close. Yet so far.
I guess 2 more.
I kept the 25%. Oh well. Eventually, and Preston, you know the signs of it. You know you've passed through the storm, or the storm has passed through you, and you are okay.
You don't have to sound so disappointed that we're alive.
I'm not. Ah,
Want us to capsize?
no, of course not.
It's just that there's a kraken, and if we did capsize, we'd have to fight the kraken. And that's just more fun for the GM.
No, nothing like that. I think I found out my plot for part C. Anyways, you make it through the storm! Yay! Everybody's happy. You did well. You did some teamwork there. I thought that was pretty good.
I imagine not wanting to die is a pretty good motivation for working together as a team.
You had some pretty standard solutions to the problems you were faced with. Proper protocol. And that has been rewarded. This ship has taken minimal damage. It took 2 points of damage. No. Why? Oh, I accidentally hit a cloud and gave it -2 damage. That cloud is dead now.
Rip.
Preston, you look over the ship and, well, it's had seen better days, but it's still very much functional and reasonable. I mean,
That's good.
It's first when you get below 200 hit points, it's going to have decreased speed.
I assume that because of the rain and waves, we'll have to bail some water out. So I'm going to see if I can get Ericos to get his water creature to do that. Seems like it would be easy for them.
As you let Springers out on the deck, and as soon as he touches the water on the deck, he's kind of like really happy and runs around and rolls around in it and absorbs it into himself, and you kind of see Sprinkles become, well, a bit more hardier. It's as if he is absorbing the essence of the sea in that moment.
I think your dog's reverse peeing.
Best pee. No.
Would that be drinking or Bear Grillsing?
Oh no, it's going up the same hole that you'd pee out of.
Oh. So like those little fishes in the Amazon.
Kind of, but reverse of that. Because the water's going up instead of it going out the water. I'm saying sprinkles is ridiculous.
Just water elemental that's domesticated into being a puppy.
I stand by my statement.
I didn't hear your statement. Well, I heard it. I just didn't. I couldn't understand it. But I think I probably also agree with your statement.
Sprinkles is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
In the good way?
Sometimes.
Sure.
Well, you gave us a pretty powerful water elemental as a companion.
I mean, you adopted him.
True. Okay, so now what?
We sail.
Sail.
I'm sailing away. I don't know what the next line is. I do, but I don't. I'm not certain. I think it's chart an open course for the Virgin Sea. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Another day passes and comes, and it's boring. But at this point, I actually don't know what you guys do for the food situation. Do
We
you
just-
try to?
Been trawling with the net.
Yeah, we're trying to fish as we go along.
Right. Okay. So
That's how the mimic ended up on our ship in the first place.
Yep.
just roll me a d20
Who?
3 times. Roll me a d20 3 times.
Yeah,
I'm
but
guessing
Anybody?
I'm
Or
guessing
whoever
Preston.
is in charge of
because
in charge of
Preston.
fishing. You don't get food the first and the third day, but the second day you actually do manage to get some fish and you eat. Because 3 days have passed.
we don't have any citrus, do we?
You don't have any citrus also, but I'm not going to make you roll checks for
Do it.
Scurvy.
scurvy.
Do dwarves get scurvy?
Scurvy is a vitamin C deficiency. I'm sure if you require vitamin C, you can get scurvy.
I don't know.
Maybe it'll take longer for dwarves' teeth to fall out, but
I'm more referring to they spend pretty long time underground, and you don't really get much vitamin C down there.
mushrooms.
I don't think mushrooms have vitamin C.
In any case, after 3 days, and just like it's 3 boring days with almost nothing happening and just endless ocean, you finally hear actually seagulls, like honest to God seagulls, not the hallucinations we had before earlier. And your stomach is kind of growling, but they land on the mast and caw. Caw!
Ooh,
Caw! Oh, yeah, that's a raven. You managed to hit one of them, and it like removes all the feathers and comes down as a cooked bird.
I pick up my cooked bird.
It's like in Minecraft when you hit a chicken with a fire enchanted arrow or anything, and it just comes out as a cooked chicken. You just got a cooked seagull.
Well then. Unexpected, but it worked, and I dig right in. Is it fully cooked?
Roll me a D100.
Actually, I'm gonna check if it's fully cooked before I actually start eating.
It's not. It's like it has good skin, burnage, good skin crackling, but like you can tell underneath it, it's like really raw. So
I'm gonna take it down to the galley to fully cook it.
and add some spices to it, I'm sure.
Yeah, if there are actual spices on the ship.
Well, the other birds scatter at sound at the sight of the brethren being killed in one fell swoop. And you notice them actually flying towards a small dot in the horizon, or, well, a bit larger dot. And Preston, you take out your spyglass and you see it from the crow's nest or whatever. That's land.
Okay. Keep sailing.
No, we should stop.
We've made it this far. It's okay. We can give up now.
Close enough.
So yeah, you arrive at port, and you see there are lots of other ships around. And that's the point where I think we should probably take a small break.
Okay.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right, we'll take a small.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. And this is another episode of Bleep This, Bleep I'm Out.
It's not a new episode. It's the same episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the same episode. I was just trying to make a callback. Anyways, you arrive at an island, and it looks like a pretty small one to begin with. There are actually not as many ships as it looks like on the board. One of them is yours, so it's also a relatively small ship, and most small one port, and most of those seem like just like one or two trader ships, and then the rest are fishing boats. What do you guys do?
I disembark after securing the ship to the pier and search for oranges.
Can I attack the
Fine.
giant squid?
Find this nearest place that looks like a tavern.
Agreed. I tell Sprinkles to watch the boat.
Spring is like, it seems to agree with watching the boat, and just kind of lays down, becomes a puddle for a while.
Yeah, I'll tell Maribel to stay with the boat for now.
Well, that would be surprising for anyone who tries to break up the boat.
The first thing, as you step off board, you see a small puddish man approach you, dressed in, well, commoner clothing, not really that fancy. Like, he has like one gold ring on his ring finger, and is already balding.
I think that means he's a swinger.
He's a swinger.
I'm not going to explain what a swinger is.
I know what a swinger is, but it's kind of like, wow, okay. Anyway,
approaching, can I take 2 silver from my coin purse and stick them in my pocket?
you can.
Preferably without him noticing.
You do. Roll a sleight of hand check. Yeah. You don't think he has noticed you. He kind of comes over and says, "Well, we don't get you here often. What brings you to this island?" "I'm the dockmaster, Dockmaster Lauren."
We're here to resupply, figure out where in the seas we are. We were taken to an uncharted island via airship, and unfortunately we were not given any up-to-date charts, such like that. So we have no idea really where we are. We're just trying to get back to the mainland.
I'm sure you're aware that most of the sea around this island isn't that charted. We have some charted maps that give you that lead you to the north and to the south of this shit. But this, like, the whole eastern region, if you look like a hardened sailor yourself, is like very difficult to traverse. So what kind of maps would you be looking for? Because I'm sure that I can find one that we can spare.
Do you not have a cartographer in port?
Well, I'm sorry, but this is a very small island. We have some people here, about 50, and well, we do have Søren, who is studying to be a cartographer, and who could copy a map, but he's been pretty busy lately.
So, out of character, what was the continent that we came from called?
A what?
The continent that we came from.
Oh, the one you came from was the Swatala Kingdom.
Who?
The Swatala Kingdom.
Swatala Kingdom.
Oh, let me check. The pronunciation is weird. I get it.
No, it was just It sounded like all one word, and I was really
nope,
confused.
nope, my bad. It's Svatra Kingdom.
Okay. I mean, any chart that can get us from here to the Svatla Kingdom, I guess, would be a good chart to have.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think if I'm not too familiar with that area, but that's east from here, so. And that's the trouble with the eastern waters. It's dangerous. That's why usually it's airships that travel that come from east.
You don't have an air dock, do you?
Also, usually reserved for the other central hubs of the trade community. This is like just a, we mainly deal with the spice trade here and, making sure that ships that come here can be repaired because, if they do come from the east, they usually need repairs.
Oh, you deal with the spice trade here?
Yeah, we do have a local trader here. I'm pretty sure that his name was Poland.
Do I recognize that name at all?
Actually, you do. It's he works for a competing. He works for a competing spice company.
Damn it! Never mind. No use here.
Oh, you follow us voice spice up. Well, I wouldn't say that, Sonny. We can always, convert them to being one of our employees.
Well, we don't really ship much out here, though.
Well, no, but I think I know what he does. He isn't sure. He helps them enrich the spices. Like you know of them. You know of the Lurak spice. You know that sweet mustardy, sweet and sour spice. It needs
Sweet
to be fermented.
mustardy sour spice.
Yeah. Sorry. It needs to be fermented for a couple of months to really get that good, And I think I've heard that's what it does for the other. I mean, we do have our spies.
Well, I'm gonna continue letting Dan's character, I forgot his name, Preston, talk to Dock Worker. So continue on. Sorry, I interrupted.
Well, that's all right there. All right there. By the way, what are your guys' names? Because I kind of we can write them down here, to fill out the forms, paperwork. You get it.
How much are the dock fees here?
Oh, that depends. How long are you planning on staying?
It depends. Is there
Long
a
enough to
tavern here?
repair and resupply. So probably
2 days.
I'd say probably closer to 5. Our ship's a bit beat up.
5 days for one ship. That should be about 20 gold.
20 gold.
In my experience,
you can haggle with them. You look at him and you can haggle with him.
No. In my experience, what was the average docking fees just to have the ship docked? Because I know that there's a fee for that. What are the average docking fees that I've experienced?
It entirely depends on size of the ship and the longevity of the stay, but you do know that it actually isn't that inexpensive, especially considering of that. Well, if you're porting there, then that means somebody else can't get in and unload their things. right? So,
But a dock out in the middle of a nowhere island.
yeah, you're pretty sure he's kind of check up the price a little bit, but also it's only 4 gold per day, which isn't that extravagant. Preston, you've been to some ports where they charge like 10 gold per day. And I was like,
Yeah, but usually those will have like built-in, or not built-in security, but like security charges are included in that, so no one, they actually have guards posted to make sure no one tries to commandeer your ship, that kind of thing. This place
Mhm.
doesn't seem to have any of that.
It's a
I
tiny
will.
place that docks fishing boats.
I would like to tell you, we don't. I don't. Does anyone have money?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
not enough to really dock the ship for very long.
I have a few coins.
yeah, I would say that you definitely have enough money to do it, but you didn't share the detail. That's okay.
For me?
Pierre, he definitely has enough money to do it, but he.
I mean,
doesn't
I
share the
also
shit.
have enough money to do it, but
Yeah. But if you decide to share that detail, it's entirely up to you guys.
4 gold a day. So I assume,
It's a pretty standard price.
I
We do
assume
actually
that
get.
means that you're gonna guard our ship for us, as well as cart supplies onto the ship.
As well as what? I'm sorry.
The 4 gold. Normally, that would include guarding the ship, and also, if whatever supplies we get, you have dock hands haul them onto the ship for us. That's all
Yes,
included in the price.
Naturally, of course, those 2 things are included.
I look past him. Do I see any other dock workers besides him?
You see, like 5, just like working, moving crates around, counting them, checking the inventory of them. Some of them. Wait, that doesn't make sense. They don't do the last part. But also, you see also some like helping the fishermen unload the fish. Well,
Fish.
I'll give you 30 gold if you repair our ship.
Well, we can certainly have a carpenter take a look at the ship, and we'll give him those 10 extra gold, and he will then have to decide if that's enough to repair it or not, because we don't really. We try not to become a monopoly here too much in regards to the services we provide, because we want to spark. We want to keep the innovative spirit of the capitalism inherently a possibility in this small community.
We're really doing politics.
I give him a look, and I say, I've been sailing the seas for a long time.
I
would
tell.
appreciate it if you reconsidered the value of your work. I think 30 gold is plenty to have our ship stay here for 5 days and be repaired.
You do know you have a very high persuasion that can help you on this, before you try to intimidate someone.
I can assist.
You do realize you have 2 people here.
Sir, I don't really appreciate that tone of your voice, particularly.
I can assist on intimidate too.
I put my hand up. I apologize. It's been a very long day on the seas. We didn't know if we would see land for any time. We are coming from an unfortunate event. We do not have that much on us. We're just asking if you can do 30 gold for all the services plus the fixing the ship. That's all we're asking.
I'm sorry, but it entirely depends on how much damage the ship has taken. I mean, if I can't just say 30 gold is going to be enough to repair whole damage on the bottom of the ship.
We understand.
That's my understand.
I understand.
I get you. It's 30 gold is a lot of money, for some
I
people.
don't care, dude. I'm about to stab this guy.
I get it. But we do have procedure, and I can't just say a price ahead of the time of the evaluation of it. That wouldn't be fair to you, because then I'm gonna have to come back later and say, well, actually, there was a repair worth of 50 gold, and then you'll be mad at me. So rather than I take the money for that right now, I think I will have to come look at it, and he will then go over to you and tell you the price of what it's going to
How many
cost, and you
people
can
are on this
negotiate with him.
island again?
I rest my hand on his shoulder, just kind of like, massage it with my thumb a little bit, like, smooth his shirt kind of thing. I'll say, our ship's not that big, and it's not that damaged. I've taken a look, and I could repair it for 2 gold for materials. I'm giving you 8 gold for man hours. That's generous.
Very, very generous.
Or woman hours. We don't.
Yes, it's not
No judgments here.
No judgments.
You know what? Fine. I'm going to take the 30 gold. I'm going to do with it what I deem to be necessary in order to get your ship repaired.
Great. What's the tavern?
It's right down that way over there. But I'm sorry, I didn't get all your names.
And I just walk towards the tavern.
I give him 40 gold, and I say, just put us down as mysterious benefactors.
Okay, that's going to look awfully suspicious on my tax forms, but
Just keep walking.
Taxes this place.
Only 50 fucking people. This is not a capitalist government here. They're taxing 50 people.
There's probably someone that owns the island, honestly.
And actually, you look around at the island, and you see a lot of stores, like so many stores. It's you're pretty sure. You're pretty sure that like most of the stores have like it's like those houses where they have like a living space in the back, right, and then a store front. And you pretty quickly actually, yeah, you can make me a history check.
Sure.
For real, you know that this island, it kind of hits you. It's one of the trade union islands. You know there's a trade kingdom that's basically all a group of islands that have banded together and like made itself a trade union company kingdom, which means that all I do is make money and have an army because of that money. No, but they're not really officially recognized as a kingdom, but more like they are tolerated because of their wealth.
So, the first day I'm going to spend. First, I need to find a chart. One that has a list of ports and skyports. This way we can actually travel back to the main our continent. Whose name I already forgot, unfortunately. The kingdom. And then I'm going to find out exactly how many days it would take, and I'm going to buy 1.5 times that many days worth of rations, and then like 3 barrels of citrus, because scurvy's a bitch. I'm gonna have that all sent to the ship.
Since you mentioned it twice now, everybody roll for scurvy, except for you, Aaron, because you can't become diseased.
Paladin heal.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
4 barrels of citrus, but one of them is sent to the inn. I split it amongst the 4 of us.
Tristan, you were pretty close to catching scurvy. That's why you're like your mind is telling you like, okay, get citrus, because you can kind of like feel it coming. And just like Pierre, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
For what?
Scurvy.
Already? It's been like a few days.
Well,
No, it's been like a month.
it's fine. You don't have scurvy. Preston was the only one who got close, but with the DC 7. Okay. Anyway, so there's a lot of shops in this area, and you find a cartographer store, and you see a small you see a tall and lankish, a bit nerdish looking elvish man, half elven man, being behind the counter, and he has his glasses affixed to them, magnifying glasses, and he's like really trying to work in the details of a large map that he has unfolded on his workstation. And as you enter the door, the bells ring behind you and on top of you, and it turns around and says, "Oh, yeah, yes, hello. Can I help you?"
Good day. I was hoping to procure a map that had ports and skyports on it. Beautiful
So,
map that, but I don't need something quite that fancy.
Right. Okay. So you want a world map? It seems, or just in the local area around here?
Local land masses, yeah, preferably. We plan to head east, but we need an airship to do so, so we need to get to someplace with a sky dock.
Right. It's certainly much more safer to take the through the air in that region at least. So yeah, sure. Let me see what I can find. And he kind of rummages around a bit. Oh, actually not. It's very organized in here. The maps are neatly folded up and in bundles in drawers, and you can like, oh, where did I put that map? And you touch the slip a little bit and can like with his finger, and then oh yeah, and he reaches up and takes out a drawer and takes out the map. Then he loosens the binding on it and then rolls it out. This is a map of well, the GM has to think a little bit. You are looking for the Svatra kingdoms. So go right here. So, this is a map of the landmasses to the south, east. There are a bunch of, like, as you can see, small islands been shouted out, which are part of the trade union kingdom, most of them at least. Some of them are independent nations, as they're a bit larger, and this spot over here, and it points out what looks to be Australia-sized island. That is probably why you would find your nearest skyport, as it is a kingdom with lots of history, and actually it's a beautiful advancement. Draconia. Rumor has it that's where all the nice dragonborns come from. Personally, I've never been there, but I hear it's good.
All right, how much is the map?
That would be. Well, I would probably need to copy it before you take it. at my own expense, of course. But if you allow me to copy, if you need it right now, that will be 30 gold. But if you can give me a few days to copy it down, copy it again, and it will only be 10 gold.
We're in port for 5 days at most. So if you can get it to us before then that'd be great.
I should be able to do that, yes. 10 gold?
All right. 5 gold now, 5 gold later. I'm marking down the 10 gold regardless, but
Are you actually paying him in the money you found on the island?
the unknown currency, no.
Oh, good, because I'm hoping you still have it separated.
Mm-hmm.
But now, yeah, you have a map of the southeast kingdoms and also trade kingdoms down there.
All right, then I'm going to spend a little time with it trying to figure out exactly how long the journey would be to get to that Australia-sized island. Preferably to the port closest to the Skydock.
Roll me a navigation check, which would be again survival. It would be.
Not navigator's tools.
Uh,
Oh, it's not a tool, I guess.
do you have the navigator's tools? Well, that would just be a wisdom check with the proficiency.
Then it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, you jot it down, you count the numbers up. You're pretty sure you can get there within 5 weeks.
Okay. Then my next stop would be to a bulk supplies trader.
To a what?
Bulk supplies trader. Somewhere I can get a lot of food.
Yeah, there are lots of options to choose from. At least there seems to be 3 competing stores.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go into.
Roll 1 to.
I'll go into one of them.
You are just. Which one do you want to go in?
Just one of them. I guess the third one. I heard you say roll 1d3, and I was already typing it in.
Yeah.
So I'll go into number 3.
All right. You walk into Trader Joe's. It says at the front, and it's a picture of. There's actually a banner of a guy with a mustache, Caucasian, looks humanoid, and a pirate hat on.
He's wanted for treason.
Okay.
You walk in and you hear a member of the council say, "Yo, what can I do for you?"
I'm looking to buy supplies. How much would 8 weeks of food and salt be for 4 humans?
For humans? Hang on, let me consult the chart. For humanoids, you say? I have silver for 1 day, so 35 silver for 7 days. 35 silver for. Oh, one person for 7 weeks. So that's 4. That's what's that? That's 140 silver, which is cost 14 gold.
For 8 weeks of food.
No, for 1 week, for 4
1
humanoids. So
All
times that. So for 8 weeks, you say, 14 is 8. 112 gold.
All right. I look out the window and at one in the general direction of one of his competitors, and I jerk my thumb over in that direction.
Oh, you shouldn't go over there. At Trader Jones, they don't treat you as nice as they do here.
Uh-huh.
Like, and also, I heard that her food is made with pesticides.
Wait, made with pesticides? Like
Made
out of?
with pesticides. Not sprayed with, but made with. Also, I hear, and you can't quote me on this because there will be a libel suit. I hear that she overcharges like crap. I mean, like it's like 10% on top every time.
Yeah, but she said she could do it for 115 gold. Now I'm not, as you said, it's made with pesticides, so I don't assume you'd go down that low. 120 gold though.
I said 112 already. That's already 3 gold lower than hers.
Wait, I thought you said 125.
I said 112.
Oh, then I would have said she said she could do it for 100. Now I won't assume that you'd go down that low. Maybe 105 gold.
She said 5 gold.
No, she said 100 gold for 8 weeks for 4 people.
Roll me a deception check.
This isn't gonna go well. Yeah.
Why are you not asking the people who had good deception?
Because I don't know any of you that well.
You have seen me talk before.
Also, it's less fun that way. You know, he kind of looks you up and down and says, "No, okay, no, that doesn't sound like Joan.
Well, you said she overcharges.
She overcharges, and
Yeah.
I'm the
If
only
it's made
one
with
here."
pesticides, then I would not
You
be
know-
surprised if it was actually 75 gold's worth of stuff, and she's overcharging it for 100. Now, meanwhile, you have a very reputable stock, presumably, as you say, and I'm not doubting you.
I'm the only fair trader, Joe, here. Oh, my name isn't Trader Joe.
Would you like some help, Dan?
You're not here.
So while he's doing this, can I go ahead and sell my chunk of emerald?
Abba? So you're cutting a bit out.
Can I sell my chunk of emerald? The piece that I broke out of the flat screen?
Yeah, you can. What the
you-
stated price was at the time? Wasn't it 500 gold?
You told me 158.
150. Yeah, right. You probably go to what's a good jewelry store name?
Jennifer's?
Tiffany's.
I was gonna say Tiffany's, but it's not Tiffany's.
I went to
Jennifer's.
Yeah, you go to Jennifer's. It's you see in the shop window. Actually, not shop window, but you see that it has like decorations that are like very pretty, and you can assume that. And you also see a lot of like you see people come in and out, and they seem to, as they come out, they have more jewelry on them, so you can assume that that's a place where you can buy jewelry.
Nice. Yeah, I'll pull out the emerald. Say, don't necessarily need to haggle much, but I got this. It's huge. How much will you give me for it?
Oh, you see a woman with black hair tied up into a bun. Kind of leans over the counter and says, "My, that seems like a fine piece you have brought in today. Um, do you
Oh,
do
I
you
would have.
mind if I have a look at it?"
I would have brought Arakas with me.
Wait, what did you roll a wisdom save?
The answer
Oh,
to
this-
that was no.
You are going to steal. Okay. You can definitely try. She is, yeah. Oh, I do believe that in my own skills. Thank you very much. But I would like to see it in up close, and I need to expect it. You understand?
Yep.
She picks it up in her hand and gets out a small piece of glass that you recognize as a jeweler's kit, so she can inspect it. It's just some words like, "Ooh, oh, okay. This is quite interesting." As you're probably well aware, these emeralds they
Okay.
don't grow like this.
So, sorry, I think my internet dropped. As she's inspecting it, I will cast Charm Person.
Okay. 1d20.
16.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Can one of you roll me a d4 real quick? A d4. I need to know what to modify. Just the. So there's +1 on a saving throw, but she still manages to succeed. She kind of looks a bit off at you. Oh my, that was quite rather rude of you.
People don't
I'm
automatically
just
know
gonna
spells
say,
being cast on
because
them.
look.
Sorry,
the-
I was just so taken with your beauty.
Okay, that's gonna be C. That's gonna be deception check from you. You're gonna try to hide your intention behind the charm spell.
Okay. 14.
Insight is insight wisdom or intelligence based? Insight is it wisdom or this is just +1. She kind of squints her eyes as you see and says, "Wow, I will take the compliment as is, but I must warn you that we have a strict charm person. We have a strict enchantment and other ways haggle enrichment policy around this part of town. I recognize you are new here, so of course I will give you a bit of an extra discount in this transaction now that you have broken a rule you didn't know about. But let's move on because I find this piece to be quite curious, as is. Well, right now as is, I will give you 50 gold for it. Because, and this is the reason why, I'm pretty sure you grew this one artificially.
No, I stole it from a powerful magical artifact. It's worth at least 500.
That might be it as it is, but it was grown artificially to begin with. Well, you did try to charm me.
Sure. I mean, I'm still more than happy to take you back to my inn room if you want to. You know.
Oh, Sonny, that was big a pleasure later. Also, I would never step foot into an inn bedroom. Okay, we will enter the battle of wits that is hackling. Make me an offer. 75 gold.
What?
Now you come with the price. 190. It's absolutely not worth 190. 80. Oh, you are a man of understanding, it seems. You know, when I increase my price by 5, you go down by 5. So why don't you say we meet in the middle? 125 gold. You're gonna have to sweeten the pot.
Z will raise an eyebrow and be like, well, no problem with that. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you have quite a date rapey kind of way going off you right now.
175
Oh, no.
for insulting our honor.
I mean, you did try to cast a charm person spell, and you justified it by saying that, you
That
thought...
was hours ago. Do you know how charm person works?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Location of where she can find these things.
I do like to know where my wares are coming from, so I don't have to, background check them myself. So we have a deal.
I shake her hand and wait for her to give me the gold before I give her that fucking emerald.
She shakes your hand and goes behind the counter and puts it on her back, and then she offers a high five to C. We cool, bro?
Sure.
See, we cool, bro? We cool, bro? Bro?
Okay. We can't have any defamation. We gotta make sure that the customers are happy in personal regards. Here is your money. Hand me the emerald.
I said, hold on. As businessmen, we would like to just make sure everything's here, just to make sure everything's accounted for. We're not saying you're trying to play dirty or anything. We just want to make sure. Is that fair?
You can do so outside of the shop after you've given me the emerald.
Oh, what feistiness? Where's this coming from? I just opened the bag real quick to make sure, quick count to make sure everything. Okay.
It's gold. Yeah.
Okay. Pleasant meeting you.
I'm kind of getting an Eggman theme here. Just give me the emerald.
Yeah. It's a pleasure doing business with you, ma'am. And I give her the emerald.
And she takes it. It's a pleasure, and the same to you. You may have a wonderful stay on a lovely island. Which name I keep forgetting.
Before we leave, I'm just gonna do a quick look around. My eyes just
make a quick perception check.
Yeah, is there anything really nice in here that she's just not paying attention to?
That she's not paying attention to. Well, you had a bit of shifty behavior. You could
Me?
Let me say. I will let you make one deception check, and that will determine how much she will pay attention to you.
That's 15.
Nice. She will make one insight check. She quits, so she kind of...
I mean, I am a charming person, so...
you still have a chance to steal, but she is paying attention. Is what I'm saying. So she will oppose your.
No, I just wanted to see if her jewelry is actually worth this shit.
It's beautiful jewelry she has, but she is also paying attention. So you have
The
an
problem
opportunity
is,
to steal, but she will oppose.
I need something I can steal
Stop
that
it.
can quickly sell without people really noticing it. So this is not really where I want to steal from. I just give a polite bow and says thank you, ma'am, and I walk out of this fine establishment.
Yeah.
You see, as you get close to the exit, you kind of do see something that's close to the window, it looks so pretty though. It's like an emerald. It's like this ruby necklace. It looks pretty.
Are her hours on the door?
It's close by the door. It's like one accidental little stumble, and you could probably get it.
No, he asked if her hours were on the door.
I just want to know when she
Like
closes.
hours of operation?
Yeah, just want to know when she closes.
Do you want to know when she closes up?
Yeah. You know, just in case I, want to make a late night trip.
You see on the door that it has listed up the times when it's open and when it's closed, and it's a very short window of like 2 hours, every 5 hours. Or it's like she's open from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. Then she has 30 minutes of a break. Then from 12:30 to 4:30 she is working again, and from 4:30 to 6 she's closed, and from 6 to 8 she's open again, and from 8 to midnight, 8 to 11:30 she is closed again, and then open again, because it's like, and all the shops have like a different like open and time schedule, but it's like almost like commerce is being really like celebrated and initiated here, of like you are working when you are awake, and when you're not awake you are not working. You're sleeping as little as possible to work as long as possible. So you see some opportunities to steal. If you want to come back later, you could.
I will probably be coming back later. I will send a message into Z's mind and ask him if we say got taking care of her, make sure no one saw her again. How much do you think the stuffing here is worth?
Not worth the trouble.
Yeah, I think you're right. But come on.
Talk murder, huh?
Z will take the bag of loot, and since it was his gem, but he will take 30 coins, hand it to I can never remember your name, Arokus, and say, "Thanks for your assistance."
My pleasure, just helping. Yeah, so
right.
I think we're going right.
So let's quickly jump back to Dan.
Yeah, so the original offer was 112 gold for 8 weeks of food for 4 people. And I'm basically offering an additional 8 gold for 2 barrels of assorted citrus. I mean, to be fair, Preston is a terrible negotiator, as we've seen this past.
Yeah, you are.
So he's.
Can you? I was wondering, can you remind me of the voice I used at Trader Joe's?
Some country accent.
Yar,
I'm a like pirate, like cotton. Kinda.
2 extra barrels of citrus.
I'm gonna add neutral evil to my rival.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
All right, we have a deal. Please ship it to this ship.
Okay, what's the ship's name?
It has a name on the side. Not that I can read it, but if you look at it from above, it kind of looks like a really weird, misshapen dick. So kind of easy to figure out. It's also kind of beat up.
You know what? I'm just gonna ask the Dark Master if he recognizes you and then what ship it is.
All right, that would work.
Alright. You see he takes the money and then he writes it down and all that stuff. I'm assuming you leave.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overstay my welcome. I'm gonna head over to.
Afterwards, this is just for fun for myself. Afterwards, we see him walk over to the other stores. They have a meeting place in the back because they're actually very pretty close to each other in the back alley. And then he splits up the money and says, "Okay, it seems like our price war is working out. But now I actually need to find 8 weeks of food for and 2 barrels or so of citrus. So, do we have that actually?"
Yeah,
can I roll a D100?
I would have mentioned to him at the time that we're leaving in 5 days, so please have it prepared by then.
Okay.
Can I roll a
We
D100?
have 5 days, guys. We have 5 days. Do we have that much food? I forgot in all this confusion. And then it's like, dude, yeah.
Hey,
Don't worry about it.
can I roll a D100 to see if me and Z walk by this and overhear this?
Well, even if you did overhear it, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't know the context of it.
No, but I know blackmail, opportunity for blackmail.
Okay, rolling a D100, you have to roll 99 to get it.
What?
Also,
Alright.
I'd like to point out that I only ever visited his, and I made up the price.
No.
But apparently, they've got a price war going on.
Yes.
Well, see, the thing is, they're the only 3 shops that actually sell off wares, so that they decided that they would rather work together to get more money out of it.
That's not capitalism.
By actually, that price.
That's called a monopoly.
Yes.
That price you gave him was already
Technically-
checked out way more than it needed to be.
Technically, it's an oligopoly because there's
There's 3. Yes, it's oligopoly.
there's 3 companies.
Monopoly would be 1. Yeah. Do I walk to my shop when no one's there?
You walk by it while there's no one there, but
Yeah.
you kind of sense you get a small whiff of intrigue as you pass by the alley,
I'm gonna do 2 things.
like a memory you could have had but didn't.
Cool. I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna cast this spell and walk in. And
You just walk into an alley where there's nobody there.
no, I walk into a store, not an alley.
Oh, another shop?
Mm-hmm. While invisible.
I'm sorry. I'm keep getting like static things from you all guys.
He is entering a store, whilst invisible.
Just a random store?
Well, whatever store is near me. Is there
Sheesh.
another? Is there another Is there a jewelry store or trader?
Hey, I have to go to a jewelry store, so I could unintentionally distract them. Just saying.
I mean, it's gonna be a distraction. So the first person I see while invisible, I'm gonna try to do something to get a distraction. So I can just start stealing shit.
You walk into the first store. You're kind of unfamiliar with all the all the names, and apparently each store is trying to brand itself. So they don't really have like a description of what is inside to the part. But you walk into a clothing store, it seems.
Oh, that's even better. I need new clothes. Walk over to wherever the nice robes are, and things like that. See anything that might fit me. Size it up, and good thing about invisibility, if I carry it, it turns invisible with me.
You probably. Well, the thing is, Do you pick up anything in there?
No, I'm just looking right now until I can find something. I need to make sure. I have a certain look.
Hmm. I mean, Oh, you definitely find something that would be a look like what item do you think would fit?
Oh, it
a look
has
as?
to make. I have to look like a noble here.
But if it had to be like an hat or a shoe or
No, it's robes. Fine robes. Fine. If it's silk, that'd be great. Some nice silk trousers as well.
you see like you see these boxer briefs made entirely out of silk. They look so comfortable.
Boxer briefs are fine, but I need a new robe. They don't have that. I guess I'll try another store.
I mean, you also see some fine robes.
There we go. I'm looking at the robes. Something that shows, like wealth. Something that shows elegance.
You see these robes before you that has a leopard print on it. It's kind of like it also you check the inside lining of it and it's silk on the inside, but on the outside is like this fuzzy, almost like you would bet your life on it's fur, but you can't really confirm it's fur, and it's like this tiger fuzzy thing, like the guy from Fifth Element with the spiral hair, the singer.
I mean, Chris Rock, not Chris Rock.
Mhm.
Chris. Who the
Chris Hansen.
No, God, wow, that's been a while since I heard that name. What is that guy's name?
Mm-hmm. He's a radio DJ thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the actor's name.
He's a comedian, I believe.
He is.
Eddie.
No, it's not Eddie. No.
I'll look it up. You guys go ahead.
Thank you. I should know it.
This is important.
It is.
You also you also find like
Chris
these-
Tucker.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I knew it was Chris something. Thank you.
That was going to bother me for the rest of the night.
I know.
Anyways, you see Chris Tucker's wardrobe from that film, and you also you see behind the counter a guy. You see a humanoid man that looks, well, in other words, he looks like Chris Tucker behind the counter. Yo, man! I'm sorry you didn't I'm actually not kind of said you don't want to interact with him. So.
You can see me?
No, he can't see.
I'm about to say, it's like, oh, I need to get out of here, dude.
You see someone else enter, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man? Come on."
Okay, so while he's distracted,
so many clothes for you.
While he's distracted with this guy, I'm gonna do this. I have advantage. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna take like 2 robes. They turn invisible once I'm carrying them, and I'm gonna walk out.
I think. Do they turn invisible?
Any target, anything the target is wearing or is carrying, is invisible as long as the target is on the person. I'm basically holding it with me. It's on me right now.
Yeah. Look, I get that's in the description like that, but I also think the other way is kind of really funny.
But why? I did not try to do this as funny. I'm trying to do this as a rogue. Funny seems like you're gonna try to screw me over, which it sounds like you're about to do.
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
I'm carrying it. I'm still invisible.
I know, but actually, the way I could interpret it is that is at the moment of casting, anything you are touching becomes invisible. I'm just looking at what other people are saying about that. Invisibility and holding item.
Here's Crawford's official thing on it.
Ooh, Crawford.
Which I don't think that's like an official fact, but he's one of the developers, so his
I
word
mean, he
carries
wrote
some
the
weight.
game rules. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I can get that. So you basically stuff them in under your own ropes as is and make them invisible like that.
Yep, and just go
Which-
out.
But that still means that you have you make your stealth hand check,
Yeah,
and since he's
23.
distracted, he has disadvantage on his own. Just check off it. He has disadvantage because he is distracted. It's a +3 with disadvantage, so it's 2d. Okay, so 11. He doesn't notice anything. He seems to have having a pretty good time.
I had to tavern.
And you make your way out
Yeah.
the door into an alley, probably near it.
Just for a few seconds to come out of invisibility, but that's it.
But now you have 2 more ropes. You can decide how they look.
Oh, I will. They're gonna look gaudy and flashy as hell.
hmm
I think we all just meet up at wherever the tavern is.
Depends. I want to do Pierre. You can do something.
Yep. I'm going to
What
the
do you
tavern.
do as you arrive in support?
I'm going to the tavern.
You're just going to the tavern directly?
I need alcohol first before I do anything.
You need alcohol first?
Yep.
He's a dwarf.
Ah,
It's been too long at
Well,
sea without
yeah.
any beer.
Yeah, he's been a dwarf at sea without alcohol.
Yeah, of course he's going to the tavern.
Which kind
first.
of tavern scene are you looking for? Like-
The closest.
The closest. Okay, that's the watering hole. Or actually, the sailor.
I don't think he
it's
cares.
The sailor's morning.
I think when you've been at the sea for as long as we have, and a dwarf with no alcohol, I think you'll just pick the first thing you see.
Well, as you get close to it, the first thing you notice is that a person flies through the door.
I ignore it and walk right in.
You ignore it. And you see a big, tough, orcish fellow like walk past you. Say sorry about that. Feel that in a moment, and stay out. He shouts to the drunken sailor on the floor, covering. And then they walks past you up to the bar and starts polishing a glass. The atmosphere in here is kind of like a bit rowdy. Also, like I gotta have to click on it.
Walk straight up to the bar and I say, alcohol, dwarfish if you got it.
Dwarfish alcohol. Well, let me take a look. And he moves a bit around. Oh yeah. Firebrand whiskey.
Yes.
Top shelf. Maybe middle shelf if we get something better.
It's from the. We don't have that kind of shelf systems, but it's just from the Torquil's kingdom. And the most it's often it's a very northern region, big continent to the east.
Yeah, don't care, start pouring.
Why, you are in a much rush there, fellow.
It's been months.
Must have been some hard months, yeah. Okay, and you force you. Are you also there, Preston?
No.
Right.
I'm
I
still.
think we walk in when he's starting to drink.
Not you. You are still out stealing, but
I
Aaron,
was-
you can walk in.
Sure.
I stole the rose and now I'm coming back.
Not yet. This is like Henry. The first thing Henry did it was go to a bar. Alright, so he pours you a shot and pours himself a shot and says, "Oh, I don't get to drink this one that often, but it has a very nice taste."
I
And
just drink
he
it down
offers you up to-
immediately.
Just casually pours himself a drink on your bill. Top-notch buddy.
Yeah, he's an orc.
Z is going to find the
Yeah, I'm
toughest
not going to pay for
looking-
any drinks that he drinks.
toughest looking dwarf or just sailor type and challenge them to a drinking contest.
That's cheating.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to find the toughest looking dwarf or
Taylor.
just sailor guy and challenge them to a drinking contest.
Okay.
Not high stakes, just whoever loses has to pay for the winner's drinks.
Go to attempt to.
Okay.
So
out-drink a
basically,
dwarf.
he has to pay
Yep.
for his drinks.
Oh, you want a drink competition? Well, you have old Plani over there in the corner, and he says, "Yo, Plani, it's time to open your goddamn drink, you sucker." And then in one moment, like you see his head down on the table. The next, it like croaks up, like, and one eye opens, another eye opens, and you can see he's got the eye of the tiger. Not like literally, but he's got like mentally the eyes of a tiger. And he slams his hands on the table and says, "Who challenges me to a drinking competition?"
That'd be me. Nothing particularly vicious, just friendly competition. Loser buys the winner's drinks.
"Ah." We put money on the table, laddie.
I mean, sure, I can do that too.
Is this a dwarf that he's trying to outdrink?
Oh, it won't matter. The guy can't outdrink him.
Really?
He's immune to poison. Alcohol is a poison.
Yeah,
Oh,
Plot twist, they're both paladins.
it's not a paladin
It's
thing.
not a paladin thing, no.
It's Yanti.
Yeah.
Paladins aren't immune to poison.
They're immune to disease, but not poison.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Pathfinder.
So that's why he can do this.
I'm thinking of Pathfinder paladins.
Yeah, I'll pull out 50 gold and put it on the table.
That's the spirit.
That's like enough to treat everyone to a really bad morning.
And then you see the orc behind the bar. It kind of rings a bell. Ding, 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 ding. And it takes out a small, not loudspeaker, but it almost seems like he puts out a small staff and says, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have a drinking competition against Blog, the pit of stomach. Will the judges please come down from the top of the bar?" And you see like two statues begin to animate, two small figurines begin to animate of like these small figurine dwarf figures. Anybody can make a religion check to see if they recognize who they're trying to depict. But they jump down from the top of the bar and land on the bar itself, and they walk over to your table, and they look at each other and say, "We want a fair match between you two. A level playing field.
Of course.
I only want to see no cheating. If there is cheating, your honor is dead for the rest of eternity under the watchful guise of a dwarven god of beer and happiness. Uthakan."
You know,
Of course. No magic.
For God's watching this, you've technically already been cheating. When the guy
It's not
accepted it.
cheating.
If the competitors are agreement to these terms, please join our hands together.
I
And they
can't.
both
Join your hands.
I can't believe you
put
typed that
it-
in chat.
Put a hand in one of my
I'm
hands.
sorry, the name reminds me for some reason. Or the voice reminds me for some reason of.
Sure. Well,
Please, clasp my hand and hold my hand.
I guess I'll do that.
As you do, he speaks a few words, a silent prayer to the god of beer and dwarven kind. And but this then, by the bell, sound of the bell, let the competition begin.
All right, we're gonna be here for a
And-
couple of hours.
Ding. And as the competition begins, you immediately see that whatever advantage you thought you had is gone.
That's
You're no longer, for as long as the competition continues, you are not immune to poison, but you have resistance to it, so you will have advantage.
Okay, I'll take that.
But you will get drunk because the god of beer demands you get drunk. And that's the end of the stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The god of beer demands it.
Okay.
all right. Well, everyone say goodbye.
Good night, stream.
So long.
Good to know.
Farewell.
All right. So that's the end of the stream. Hopefully, we'll be back in 2 weeks if there's no problems. Thank you for anyone who came out to join us. The VODs will be up on the YouTube channel by tomorrow. Bye.